Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want me to. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted to. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some schedule activities for the class, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheerful conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting. She was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be only on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me. Our eyes meet for a split second. Dots. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have even noticed you in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the same book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stepped into the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri's not telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear that. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyways? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the cover. The book is titled... I'm not even gonna fucking try and read that. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't actually give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by those people who escape from human experiment prisons. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Well, it's a fucking horror book. Like, the fuck? Yuri made it out to seem like it was going to be a nice story, so that the dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, dude? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy stories like this, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kind of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own whatever that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know. I have this problem when I like books and writing from my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to the other people. So again, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right. You don't have to. Aha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Just let me get the book. I quickly retrieved the book I had put into my bag. Alright. Is it fine if I sit? It's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little... whatever. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. This is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start from the prologue. As soon as I understand that what Yuri means about reading in company, as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you don't have to apologize a lot. I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry, I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it hits against Yuri's. Then I hold my book between two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead of using my right hand to open the book, I guess this makes it a little difficult to turn the pages. Here. Yeah, you can do those and see everything. So, each girl has like their own special like picture stuff. Like you'll see them all at the end of the game. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. The way I turn the page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips down. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth in Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Just turn the page. Sorry, I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri is no longer asking me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she's finished with the page before me. So I turn it a bit up voluntarily. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like it's almost an intimidating exchange. Our thumbs gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. You think so?